Hello everyone, welcome to William in the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Toby. Toby is from Isle of Wight in England, in the UK. So let's see what Toby has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Toby, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
No problem. No, it was interesting. It was a strange conversation out of the blue, and it's like, well, why not say yes to stuff? So,
Amazing. So tell me, how was your day today?
yeah, busy. I've not stopped from the moment I got up to now. Basically, I was just in the other room on the computer. I'm involved with a lot of things, so that's spinning a lot of plates. It's been a very, very busy day today, as it is every day.
Amazing. I think it's great to be busy. I love going to bed feeling tired. I think it's the best feeling ever.
The architect of your own future by doing the things that you need to do to make that happen.
Totally. So tell me, where are you from, Toby?
I'm born on the Isle of Wight in the south coast of England, and I live here now. Although I left when I was 18, I've worked all over the world. I've travelled quite a lot as well, but I came back here, and this is where I live again.
I see. And that's the place where you're born and raised?
Yeah. It's a small little island on the south coast of England. It's beautiful, pretty little place.
I see. And how far are you from London?
It's not that far distance-wise, but you have to get a boat and then go over. So I mean, time-wise, a good few hours. Distance-wise, I think it's only about 50 miles or so. It's not a big distance.
I see. And tell me, what do you do for work, for living, Toby?
I do a lot. So I worked all over the world, big companies, and 10 years ago my life changed quite dramatically. So I do lots of different things now, things I enjoy. So primarily at the minute I run a comedy club, and I host a comedy club as well. So we do lots of events, and which is all very good. It's aimed at making people laugh, good for your mental health.
Oh, that's amazing that, I think nowadays, I think we are able to do so many different things. And I think that's amazing for you to be able to explore different areas.
Yeah, I think it's important for us, for everyone. I mean, the same repetition is boring, and it sort of degrades you, to be honest. And I think we should always be looking for new stuff to do, and it's interesting that I'm allowed to do that. Every event I go to is new. Every act I see is new. Every event we do is new things I haven't seen, and I like that. I couldn't just do a 9 to 5 forever now.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Yeah, cool.
Toby, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Okay, full of random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Next, first question is, who do you count the most for help?
It really would depend on what the type of the problem was. So my partner would probably be the first one. And then I've got my sister for some things, good group of friends for various other bits. So I've got a good group of creative friends who are very close. So yeah, it really depends on the subject matter of the problem would be who I went to.
I see. And do you have a big family, Toby?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with my mum and two sisters. I've got a couple of brothers as well from my dad's side. We, as cousins, all grew up, and it's a very close knit place here. So I've got quite a big family. I lost both my parents a while ago, but we are quite a large group of people.
And which person in your family right now you feel more close to or more connected with?
I'm closest with my sister. She's 5 years younger than me. She's sort of the next child in our little group, and she was the one I spent most time with growing up. So she's naturally the one I'm closest to.
Amazing. Okay, your sister is watching this interview right now, and you have a moment and opportunity to send her a message. What would you say?
Despite how old and great you've grown, you're still Ginger, unfortunately.
Oh, sweet, very sweet. Next question, let's do it. Okay, Toby, next question is, describe yourself in one positive and one negative word only.
Wow. Okay. My positive word would be positive.
Okay.
And my negative word would be stubborn.
Interesting. Saying that.
I'm a Capricorn, very stubborn.
Actually, my sister's Capricorn, and I totally understand your point. December or January?
January, I think. New start, new year.
Yeah. Saying that, Toby, when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Toby?
It's probably the fact that I have a capability to make people feel better about themselves in many different ways, and that's what I like to do.
I see. And what's something that's you think that you work a lot on yourself that you think you could improve more?
I procrastinate too much. I'm great at starting stuff and not so great at finishing them. Yeah, it would be the more come on, just get on with it rather than doing everything before a deadline. It would make my life a bit easier, but it's kind of the way I work.
Do you consider yourself to be more of a day or night person?
Really depends. Primarily night, I think. Between 10 o'clock and 2 a.m., I kind of do the most work. But I also now am having to do a lot of stuff in the day as well. So I'm learning. It's a new skill. But definitely, my brain's more night.
Amazing. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, so before the next question, tell me a little bit more about this comedy club that you run. Tell me when the idea came along, how everything started.
Well, it's actually almost a year ago to this week. It's something I'd wanted to do a while ago, and we've done events at a local bar in my area, and I told them I wanted to do it. I did lots of other events anyway, and they said, "Oh, someone else is interested. Why don't you two get in touch?" So we did. That's the guy I work with on all of it, Luke, and we just put our heads together, pulled resources, did one gig, thought it would be one, maybe two, but a year, it's going to be our year birthday in April. And it's just growing. We've gone from monthly shows now to doing them at different venues. We've had some really big stars come and perform at our place, and it's been really good fun. Really good fun.
And so you are there always, every day there are different events happening, or just some days in a week?
We do one a month on a Thursday, but now we're starting to do Friday events as well. We did a special with a big LA comedian on last Wednesday, actually, the 5th of March, which was really good. So yeah, we're moving out and moving into other towns and doing other stuff as well. So.
Okay. Next question is, what's the most romantic thing someone has ever done for you?
Wow, romantic thing. Okay. Well, an ex-girlfriend of mine some time ago, sort of after a bad day, whenever I got home, would just sort of do the, run an ice bath, put candles in it, put like bath salts in, and make me some food, and just sort of allow me to just come in, sit and chill, and not have to do anything. So that was quite nice. No
consider yourself to be a romantic person?
Depends on the person. With my current girlfriend, yeah, 100%. No, we had Valentine's Day recently. I think I've still got some heart balloons here from that. So yeah, for her especially, she's amazing.
Sweet. Tell me, what's the meaning of love for you, Toby?
I think it's mutual respect, truth, honesty, and understanding. It's, being sort of a partner with someone and having shared values, having your own things, letting them have theirs, but supporting each other in each other's, while remaining a unit, staying separate. It's a fine balance.
Amazing. Cool. Next question. Let's do it.
I love your little dance.
Okay, next question is, what makes you most proud?
That I've come two things really, two things. One through the adversity I've gone through and all the things that have happened in the last sort of 10 years, especially, to come back and be doing what I'm doing now, and by consequence, what I'm doing now. I'm immensely proud of the comedy club. I say to everyone at every show that when you leave here, you're going to feel better. You'll have released emotion through laughter, whether you're happy, sad, angry. It'll all come out. And knowing that I am able to afflict that to a lot of people on a regular basis, I'm immensely proud of.
Wow. Do you feel like you are living your best life right now?
I'm certainly living my favourite one in a long time. I'll give it that much. And I'm still learning. I'm still working out the things I want to do. But yeah, right now, I'm very happy with those things are going and what I'm able to do.
Wow. And what's the meaning of life for you, Toby?
To enjoy it. In a nutshell, it's like it's not a grind. There's so much. Well, I think we lose the wonderment of life the older we get, and as children, everything's amazing and everything's fun. And I think the more of that you can sort of retain, the more fun and enjoyable your life is.
Tell me a life lesson that life has taught you that you feel very grateful for.
That you can do anything if you want to do it. You can, if you have the belief and work towards it every day, eventually you'll get there. It might take a year, it might take 10, but eventually you'll get somewhere, and aim for the moon, because if you get halfway, you'll still be in space,
Wow, I like that, actually. I like that. And did you always have this mindset of being positive and approachable?
I've always had a can-do attitude. I sort of got that from being young, when I was very young. And that served me really well. I've got a Latin proverb on my arm, which is basically translates to either find a way or make one. And on my other arm, those that do because they think they can. And I've always sort of believed my way into doing the things I've wanted to do and making them happen. So yeah, it's something I lost it for a while, and that was probably the hardest part of my dark time. But it 100% is something that I feel I have.
I see. Cool. Next question, ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Next one. You like dancing?
Yeah, I do a lot of musical events. So I'm lucky I get to see a really diverse range of music.
Amazing. Tell me how photography came into your life.
Okay. That was early in my life, to be honest. I always remember my dad having a really nice camera bag with really expensive camera gear in it, and was never allowed to touch it. So it's one of those things that can't touch that, it's expensive. And he was really, really proud of it. And I never really had any interest in it until maybe 20 odd years ago. I was with a former partner who was a photographer, and I sort of learned bits from her and enjoyed it. And then I worked for an architectural lighting design firm, so I learned a lot about light. And then when I came back here, I just did it, and I kind of fell into it. I got a job by accident at a local nightclub, and was out shooting every week. And it just grew and grew and grew. And I'm out generally 2 to 3 times a week at some form of event, either managing it, running it, or photoing or videoing. So it makes me lead a very active life. It's good fun. But I think it all stems from wanting to be able to touch my dad's camera bag when I was a kid.
Amazing. Next question is, what makes you feel discouraged?
Discouragement. I'm quite encouraging of myself, and the thing is, I've through previous parts of my life always looked to other people to encourage me, and sort of externalize that. So a lot of discouragement would come from people saying, "Oh, you can't do that, or you can't do this," and it sets that disbelief in motion. So yeah, others, but I've kind of insulated that a bit now. The only thing that really discourages me is a bit of failure, but that only makes you get a bit better. So now that makes me more determined because I haven't got someone else saying, "How is so?" You know.
And the opposite of the question, what's encouraged you the most? What you feel more motivated about nowadays in your life?
Just the fact that I'm able to do things I enjoy and that I do stuff that makes other people happy as well. You know, like when I pass over photographs of people, it's always like, oh wow, or I've promoted them well, or when I've told a joke that's made people laugh, and it's always a positive reaction, and that's massively encouraging. That's the reason to get out of bed every morning.
Wow. And when you do your photography, you people, they contact you more for events, for parties, for personal pictures. How does work your schedule more or less?
Well, I kind of sort of class myself as a portrait photographer, but I just work in nightclubs and events and stuff. And I'm able to, quickly turn around in the dark, work out what it is, snap it, do it. So I catch people at their best and in good times. But I mean, everything from festivals and concerts and gigs to boat parties to weddings. I mean, I don't really like weddings, but birthday parties. Just anything. I do a lot of musical events where the light is dark and it's moving and it's hard because that's kind of my specialist. But I'm doing more with people now, like model shoots and confidence shoots and promos and headshots and stuff.
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Okay.
Next question is, what's your favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
My guilty pleasure TV show. I've just rewatched all of Prison Break again, actually. Yeah, so I was looking for something to watch a while back, and I put a couple of episodes on, and just ended up binge watching all 5 seasons. So that's probably one of my guilty pleasures.
You kind of person that prefer to go to the cinema, or you prefer to watch movies at home?
I've kind of got a little cinema at home, actually. So I've got a projector and a nice big wall that it goes up onto. It's kind of my own little home cinema. And I'm quite private nowadays. I quite like, other than going out and doing the events and stuff, I like being in my own place. So far more here than a cinema, yeah. And I get to eat popcorn now, Liam. No one complains.
As I could see your eyes shining when you talk about your partner. So far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from her?
Wow. Okay. From her, or okay. I mean, not to take anything for granted would be one, and that how it should work. She's taught me a lot about relationship perspectives and how things are and how things are okay to be and not to be, and things can be transient and just how effective communication is important. I mean, she's brilliant. She's taught me loads. It's probably why I'm still with her. And it's like, I'm just a big kid in my brain. So I think I'm actually sort of growing up on that score a little bit now. And it's in a big sense, thanks to her.
And how did your path cross, if you can share?
We met at an event quite some time ago and had seen each other on and off. And it just, over the course of time, things have developed and kind of here we are, really.
Amazing. And she's from the same place as you, or not? The same town?
Yes, yeah, she is. Well, so she's same island, not same town, but same island. I mean, this place it's not big.
What's the name of the island again?
Isle of Wight.
Oh, it's Isle of Wight. Oh my God, it's so interesting. I had an interview with a lovely man not long ago from Isle of Wight as well. He's a singer.
Yeah, I think I saw that one. That was Greg, was it?
Yes, with Greg, yes.
Greg Barnes. Yeah. I work with him on events as well. He's a lovely fella.
Oh, there you go. That's why, when I saw your profile, it was connected.
Yeah. No, Greg's a lovely dude. Really, really nice. Very talented as well.
Lovely, yeah. Actually, I think, maybe 2 more people, but it's been a while ago from the Isle of Wight as well, for sure. Great.
We've got diverse ones down here. It's a little gold mine of talent, this place. It really is.
I'd like to come one day to visit for sure. You know, I remember once when I had my first guest on the show, I was Googling a little bit and I was kind of looking some pictures and I was like, I need to go there one day to visit for
It's a
sure.
beautiful little place. Yeah, if you're ever over there, well, you know two people already, so there you go.
There's a few people now. It's a community growing in Isle of Wight. Maybe we're gonna go to your party when you go. That's our event, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
well, if you're ever coming this way, let us know. We'll sort you out. Don't worry about that.
two questions left. Let's do it.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so before the next question, you know, tell me the feeling when you are photographing. You know, when you are working, doing your photography. Tell me what's about that you like the most.
Okay. I mean, it's multifaceted. So, for example, a recent event I did, they do a lot of time on the decor and making it look a certain way. So, I'm very much capturing that and the light around that, but equally the people enjoying themselves. So, you know, I'm quite approachable and friendly. So, I'm people pose and happiness, and I'm always very much making sure that they look good. You know, so I'll always work out the framing, the angles, and you know, when depending on how they are tall, I just try and give them the best picture possible at that moment. And the beauty of the cameras nowadays is obviously I can take it and show them if they like it, because it shows on the screen immediately at the back. And then if they don't, I take a different one. So I always work with them to get something they're happy with as well. So again, there's quite a bit of process in it depending on how on what I'm taking a photo of. But mostly it's the people and making sure that they look like they're having fun, because that looks good for them and the event.
And the opposite, what do you find most challenging about being a photographer?
Well, I mean, photography is all about light, and a lot of the things I shoot in are quite dark, so it can be quite challenging to, if you don't know what you're doing, especially to get the required results. Like a lot of people in nightclubs will overflash, and then because it's smoky, that will white out everything. And so you've got, I use a certain amount of modifications and tools that allow me to shoot in a way that it captures ambient light, but only lights the person in front of me, and using like something called rear curtain sync and a few other tricks. So the hardest thing is definitely the light. The light can be really challenging in a lot of the circumstances I shoot in.
I see. Okay. Next question is, what do you like the most about your best friends?
Their understanding, their reliability, their genuine interest in what it is you're doing, and their support, and basically, like I said, I've worked out a really good close-knit group of people who I sort of work with, and we support each other, and yeah, that we'll support one another.
Amazing. I can see your tattoo here. What that means, this tattoo you have here near your hands?
I've got a few. I mean, they're the Latin proverbs on there. This is the Gnostic cross of spirit and matter. So as above, so below. And this is the symbol for human, and they're attached through me, but it's to remind me that the human and the spirit are different.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Which one was the very first you have, and which one is the latest one?
I had this one on my arm, which was after my mum passed away, because it's something she taught me. That's the Latin proverb, I'll find a way, I'll make one. This one after my dad passed, because he taught me, you can if you think you can. My most recent one, I think, is one I have here, which is luck follows me, which is a little symbol. And I've got one here, which is I see the truth, because I believe that as well. I used to run a truth and news website and always sought to try and show people what was going on, you know.
And which one is the next one? They're planning already or not yet?
Well, I don't know. I'm not forever wanting to design them and stuff, but it's yeah, there's a few. I mean, I like a few pagan symbols. Like I wear a Freya necklace because I quite like a lot of it about Danish mythology and the way that their gods worked. And so yeah, it depends on money and time really, but yeah, I might just get some and do it myself.
Last question, let's do it. Okay, so before the last question, as you know, you've been photography a lot of people in different parties, different venues. Tell me a moment, a situation that you're never gonna forget, that's always gonna have a special place in your heart or in your memory.
Okay. Well, there's been a few, but I think probably most recently, and it was across the photography and the comedy club actually. So last Wednesday, bear in mind the comedy club's only been running for less than a year.
Okay.
We had a really, I mean, A-list Hollywood comedian who was over in the UK working on a gig, working on a project just for a few days. He's got a big tour on. He does like stadiums and big halls and stuff in America. He's been on Jimmy Fallon and Joe Rogan and all. I mean, he's like big, big. And we managed to secure him for a gig at our little comedy club. And he was just the nicest guy, and he worked at the big Hollywood agency who got in touch about it all. And so he was up on our stage, and I was taking photos of him, and he was just killing it with the crowd. And he stayed behind afterwards and met everybody. And I went for a coffee with him the next day, and we're going to stay in touch. And he just genuinely was one of the nicest guys I've met. And to have someone of that stature after only 1 year at our place, really, I was buzzing for that. It was one of my proudest moments.
Wow, amazing. Last question is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where that would be and why?
Wow, there's the question. Well, I mean, again, right now here because I love what I'm doing. But I think long term, it would be a cross between Cuba or Portugal. I went to Cuba a while ago, and despite everything they have going on, they're some of the nicest, happiest people I've ever met in my life, and just such a wonderful community spirit everywhere we went. And so that would be registering highly. And Portugal, because I was there recently, and again, the people were phenomenal, the culture, the cuisine, just the way of life, and I just really resonated with everyone there. Everyone was just good, and I really like that. So those two places, if I had to leave here, would be where I went.
Wow. Actually, I used to live in Portugal before moving to England. I used to live in Porto.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. We were in the Castelo Branco sort of region. I was living off grid for a little bit. It was really, really nice. Beautiful, beautiful place. Absolutely beautiful.
The food is the best.
Yes, yeah, and it's so well priced as well, isn't it? It's just we were eating like kings all the time, and it's costing nothing. It was beautiful.
Amazing. Okay, so let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start with family.
Sister.
Money.
Unimportant.
Fear.
Barrier.
Life.
Game.
I like that. Love.
Everywhere.
Religion.
Misguided.
Sex.
Fun.
Politics.
Lies.
Friendship.
Critical.
Desire.
Important.
Regret.
Unavoidable.
Success.
Achievable.
Wish.
Wasteful.
Happiness.
Achievable.
One word for Isle of Wight.
Home.
One word for England.
Cold.
One word for photography.
Moments.
Beautiful. And the last one now, if you could define, your project, the comedy club, in one word, what that would be?
Revolutionary.
Wow. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your sister for a coffee, and I'm going to ask
Yeah.
her. Define Tobias in
Yeah.
Toby in one positive and one negative word only. What should say about you?
She'd say one positive that I can, yeah, that I achieve and I can do the things I want to do. One negative, she'd tell me I'm not funny, just because she knows that annoys me so much.
If I would ask the same question to your partner, she would be the same
Yeah.
answer?
Yeah, because they all know that that's the thing that annoys me most. So if they're gonna like criticize me, they'd say, "You're not funny, Toby." And it's like, oh, I am though.
Amazing. Let's play now, Toby, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's
Yep.
play the music one more time. Let's do it. There we go. You got in the end. Amazing.
Everyone gets there in the end, don't they?
Before asking the question, if I would come to Isle of Wight for the first time, what's something that I can't miss it? What's the postcard of the island?
Well, it depends on the time of year, but I mean, the beaches are pretty amazing in the summer. There's a big music festival in the middle of the summer, which is really good fun. I do stuff at that. There's so many beautiful attractions and things you could do here. I mean, there's so much not to be missed. I wouldn't want to choose one thing. It's a beautiful place.
I see. Okay, you can ask me a question now, Toby.
Okay, so if aliens landed tomorrow and demanded one piece of human culture to sum us up, what would you give them?
If I would go say again at the beginning, I couldn't get it. So
if aliens landed tomorrow and they wanted one piece of human culture to understand us, what would you give them?
my God, what a great question, Toby. I love the question. My God. Wow, you put me right in the spot.
I did some research for this one because I didn't want to just give you a show one. So I sort of thought, right, okay, well.
I love it. You put right in the spot. I love being the spot for questions. I love it to make me think right now. Wow, the aliens, if they'll come a piece of culture of ourselves in general, my God. Okay, I got it now. I think I would tell them, you know what? We are like people that you're gonna see different part of us. Crazy, you're gonna see people that you're not gonna understand. You're gonna see people express themselves in a way that it's a bit crazy, but at the same time as well, I think you're gonna see people like everyone is work in progress, all of us. I think it's a piece of culture that they're gonna get. So, okay, you're gonna see people, you're gonna see colorful people, you're gonna see people express themselves in a way that's a bit strange. However, everyone is work in progress. I think all of us, you're gonna see, everyone is trying to be the best of themselves somehow. Making mistakes, everyone makes mistake. Everyone makes, include everyone else, me and you and everyone. We want to make mistakes as we do. However, I think we are very colorful. Everyone is trying to express themselves the way they are, and that's the culture of people. As you're gonna see, everyone they are trying to get to be the best of themselves, through the way they're expressing themselves. I think that's something that I'd like them to understand about us. That's for sure.
Okay, yeah. We're all individual and we're all infallible.
Totally. Oh my God, I love your question, Toby. Wow, I was expecting that. I love it. Amazing. Wow. And I can see the aliens like try to understand ourselves, like these crazy people around, what they are doing.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense, would it?
It makes sense, but I'll tell you, what? It's just everyone is just going in their own way, different directions, just trying to be their best selves. I think that's I believe as well. I think all of us, we are here trying to improve ourselves the best we can. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, it's good fun. It was good fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thanks again. Thanks for taking the time for the interview. Thanks for being so kind and accepting the invitation. And I see you in
Did you want a quote?
Yes, I was about to say before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
It is one of my favorites, and it's what is it? We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing, and that's George Bernard Shaw. And I think that's a real maxim for life.
Totally. Keep your inner child always there. I think that's the beauty as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
Thanks again. Regards to your partner, your sister, and your friends. And we keep in touch. And I see you Isle of Wight one day.
Yeah, if you ever come this way, mate, stay in touch, obviously. And we got there in the end.
Take care, okay? Enjoy your
Take
evening.
care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.